Welcome to the Radical Self-Care Summit, and I'm here today with Rick Cowley. And Rick, how are you?
I am great. How are you, Caroline?
I am awesome. Thank you for asking. So I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about your background and what made you say yes to being part of the Radical Self-Care Summit.
A little bit about my background is I was raised in California, been living in Australia and Bali back and forth for the last 18 years or so. And I met you at an unschooling conference about 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was our first connection. And then you showed up on my doorstep maybe a year ago or something with a mutual friend of ours, and kind of reintroduced yourself. And then we got reacquainted for this summit through James Schramko, another mutual friend of ours. And then just the topic of radical self-care. The work that I do with people is pretty radical, and it's deeply self-caring. So I was honored to be invited, and I hope I can bring something of some unique radical self-care to your participants here.
Thank you. And thank you for saying yes. I was so excited when I got to talk to you just a few months ago. And yeah, it's so wonderful when the stars all align, isn't it? It's just fantastic. So tell me a little bit about what you're up to now and what's one of your big audacious goals for yourself?
So what I'm up to now is I do basically like a modern day vision quest. That is something that I can't even really say that I created this. It was something that kind of came through me and hundreds of my participants over the last 12 years, through in-person retreats and through online version of it. So that's basically what I'm up to, is putting that into the world and facilitating that process for people. And one of my goals that I am so inspired by is to work with my heroes. So like, the authors that most inspire me, and teachers, people who teach business, people who teach about, self-care and personal development. And sometimes we think that, oh, people like that are successful and already making an impact, like, oh, they don't need any support. But from what I've seen, the more of kind of a leadership role that you have, the more that your energy is being pulled out in all these different directions, the more you need to take that special time to tune in and readjust your own trajectory for your life.
Yes. Oh gosh, I can't wait to dig into that a little bit more in your session. But before we get to that, so what are participants going to get out of your session today?
So what I am put here to do and really good at is helping people clarify their purpose and reorient their life so they're actually fulfilling their purpose. So we're going to talk about that. So first of all, opening up to the possibility that you have a greater purpose for your life, and learning how to listen to those answers, listen for that guidance inside of you. And then once you have that clarity, then the next thing is committing. So we're going to go through a bit of that today.
All right, awesome. Well, I look forward to chatting with you further in your session. And thank you so much, Rick. I will see you again shortly.